news from Indonesia and the terror attacks in the capital Jakarta, where there's been a series of explosions and gunfire. 6 civilians and 5 attackers are known to have been killed, according to police. The authorities say the situation is now under control. 4 suspects have been arrested. A group linked to Islamic State militants is suspected of carrying out the attack, according to police. That's despite earlier denying that ISIL was involved. The police chief added that the terrorists imitated the attacks in Paris.
This is believed to be the moment an alleged ISIS suicide bomber blew themselves up in the heart of Istanbul's main tourism district and killed 10 travelers after entering the country from Syria. The massive explosion struck at 8:20 a.m. near the obelisk of Theodosius in the busy Sultanahmet neighborhood, according to Tomlinson. He reports this picture circulated online by Turkish media showed a giant fireball erupting next to an Egyptian obelisk where tourists had gathered. However, the image has not been independently verified.
The Singapore Internal Security Department, the ISD, has arrested 27 male Bangladeshi nationals working in Singapore who were planning to take part in extremist activities in other countries, including in their home country, Bangladesh.
The recent spate of attacks has shown that the paradigm is shifting in the spread of terror. That's according to Law and Home Affairs Minister K. Shanmugam. And he says because of this, governments need to relook at how society as a whole responds. Mr. Shanmugam spoke in an interview with MediaCorp's Talking Point program in the wake of the Paris attacks. He said the traditional response to terrorism has been to treat it as a security issue. But for Singapore, relying on security forces alone is not tenable because the country just does not have the manpower, and it's also not desirable to turn a place into a garrison. Mr. Shanmugam said the aim of terrorists is to break social cohesion. Singapore has to respond as a community across race and religion.
We have to respond as a community across the races, across the religions. We have to respond by rejecting this approach by those who wish to impose sectarian violence. And in this context, it must mean the majority of society, including the majority of Muslims, must react with revulsion and condemnation of such conduct. When an overwhelming majority of people take that approach, then for a start, psychologically, those who want to destroy society will lose their ideological and psychological power.
Mr. Shanmugam said communities also need to be highly security conscious.
So it can no longer be, oh, luckily someone spotted something. I think population, not just here but everywhere, has got to be much more alert and be able to identify, spot, so that we can pick up things much faster.